Welcome to Overcoming Medical Hair Loss Summit. My name is Valerie Fuentes. I'm your host, and today I am with Jeffrey Paul. He's an author, motivational speaker, and international expert in women's hair restoration and replacement. He assists men and women of all ages with hair thinning solutions, and he has trained thousands of professionals nationwide. Through his center and nonprofit, Wigs for Kids, Jeffrey has helped countless women and children restore their hair and truly live again. And today we have two other amazing speakers that are going to share about their experience, Emily and Bridget. Welcome.
Well, good to have us here because we're excited about sharing what you have to share about alopecia.
Yes, thank you so much for accepting my invitation. I'm so excited to have you here.
And we got our two bright-eyed young ones that will be able to share a lot of story too from their perspective, which most people don't get to hear because they hear about children getting hair pieces. I think everybody's probably heard about that from one place or another, St. Jude's or wherever it might be.
Yep.
But truly to hear from the voice of a child that's been transformed and hear the stories of what created the entire Wigs for Kids organization worldwide now is really kind of exciting.
Wow. So Jeffrey, tell us, how did you get started? What made you create Wigs for Kids?
Well, about 35 years ago, in fact, it's a little over that now, I was traveling all over the world doing hair, from Saudi Arabians, presidents of the United States, runway models, fashion models, movies, and I was on top of the world in my Corvette and penthouse as a hairdresser for the stars. And I had a big spa, 6,000 square foot spa. It was just absolutely exciting. And one day, my little niece, about this age, Laura, comes running into the spa and says, Uncle Jeff, please. And she's crying. She says, please don't let me go without hair. And I said, what? Did somebody make fun of you? What are you talking about? And she said, no, I have and she couldn't pronounce the word until her father came around and said to me, Jeff, she has leukemia. And the wonderful news was there was a wonder drug that just came out called chemotherapy, but it had a side effect of hair loss. So as soon as he said that, she comes up again, you know, with a screech, Uncle Jeff promised me that I'll go with hair to the gymnastic competition. I can't go without hair, and I want to be in the competition. And I promised her at that moment she would have hair. Unbeknownst to me what that meant 35 years ago, where there weren't hair pieces that were designed for children, and especially at the activity level of gymnastics. So we put our heads together, because I'd studied in Europe, knew how to make wigs, but I needed more than that. Put together the prosthetic team and the maxillofacial team at the Cleveland Clinic. We got the hairpiece done the night before the competition. So we put it on her, cut it into a cute little, look. She's running around, jumping off the chairs, and she's really excited. But I, in my mind, am going, what would happen tomorrow while she's sweating and perspiring, going through all the apparatus? This comes off in a gym filled with her peers. And so we were there the next morning, 9:30, my wife and I, and in trepidation, we were holding each other, just absolutely, what happens if this little girl's self-esteem, her image, what will happen if it comes off? She goes through all of the apparatus and exercises except the last one, and it stayed on. But the last one, she is ready to run down the mat, hit the trampoline, and jump over the horse. I'm sure you've seen that exercise. And she looks at me, eyeball to eyeball, and I just stopped everything. My heart stopped, my blood pressure stopped, everything stopped. She went through the apparatus. When she came down, she slapped her sides and gave me a thumbs up. And there's the tears running down my Italian eyes. And I heard God's voice tell me right then, Valerie, I'm going to take the talent I've given you to make beautiful people more beautiful, now to make beautiful people inside and out. And that began the explosion of a career change of a nonprofit foundation, an organization that was, first of its kind to provide children completely free with hair pieces, but not just the standard out-of-the-box hair piece. Because we then moved into ponytails, which are like these, and the ponytails that people donate from all over, literally all over the world, Dubai, Italy, Poland, they are now made into the hairpiece. These are virgin hairpieces, hand-tied. Each one, they've got the activity level built inside for the attachment system. And is there anything you can't do?
No, you can do everything.
Yes. And you do everything, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
I played tennis for 2 years. I did marching band for 2 years. I actually just got done doing dance group. So you can do anything.
And when she got here, she had a ponytail. And you tell them what you do, because you're really boring. You don't do a whole lot, right? You don't do any sports. You don't do any activities.
I do a whole lot of sports like gymnastics and running and basketball and soccer.
Wow.
Yeah.
And swimming.
Yeah.
Yes. So it really is an amazing transition, because for little Laura that we made the first hairpiece for, it was amazing, because today what they're wearing is absolutely state of the art, and it would cost $4,000 or $5,000 if they had to go
Yeah.
purchase this hairpiece. You know the cost of quality, if you could even find virgin hair, and they get each year a brand new hairpiece. Because an alopecia
wow.
patient, as you know, they go through the process of a hairpiece pretty quickly, because their alkalines and their acids in their body have no place to dissipate. So the hairpiece takes a bigger beating on the underside than it does even on top. So each year they go through the process of reapplying, and they get a new hairpiece, new cut in, and a new smile on their face.
Okay, so tell me about the process. If I wanted to help my child get a wig from Wigs for Kids, where do we go?
Very easy. In fact, there's only 5 steps, but the very first step is they have to go to the wigsforkids.org, and we'll put that in the down in the notes below. But they go to wigsforkids.org, and they go into recipients, or I need a wig, and they pull that down, and they begin the process. And the process is very simple. We need a birth certificate, we need a diagnosis from a doctor, a prescription, and a couple other things, so that we can legally, as a 501c3, designate them as a charitable contribution. And from that point, 12 weeks later, when the hairpiece is made for them, after they go through the fitting and they go through affiliates, because we have salons all over the United States that have been certified to measure and do cap fittings and color selections and all the things, and then to deliver to them, cut them their bangs and their cut style, and give them the ability to look themselves and live their life at that point, and to educate them on how to take care of it. We also, on our webpage and our YouTube and our Facebook, do continual education on how to take care of a $4,000 or $5,000 hair system that they didn't pay a penny for, including all the products, brushes, towels, and everything else that they get when they get their box of goodies. But
Oh,
in
they
turn,
get more stuff besides the wig. What do they get?
yes. Yeah, they get a whole set of products that take care of the hair piece with real high-level protein, skincare protein. There's 5 steps that they're taught how to use. There's a towel that is a chamois towel, so they don't break the ends of a virgin hair. They've got a special brush that detangles it. They go through the process of mannequin, the tape, even the spray for their scalp to make their scalp, just hygiene perfect. And so again, it really is more. And we always throw a little kind of present inside there too, like a teddy bear or something that is really neat, depending on the age point that they are at that area.
Do you have an age limit or an age bracket for the wigs?
Yeah, we take care of children. The youngest one we've ever taken care of course, has been 2 years old. And we go from 2 to 18. And 18 years old is our cutoff. And what we're trying to do right now is prepare the kids, the parents, that, this is not a, Amazon.com hairpiece. This is not something you go online and you get used to it, let's say 5, 6, 7 years. So we try to start to share with them a little bit of business coaching or budget coaching to start saving a little bit or doing something that can help get the next level of their experience, especially through college, because that's a pretty expensive time period for everybody, both either the child or the parents or both. So it's really important, because we're always into education. We want to not only educate them how to look themselves and live their life and really have a beautiful head of hair, we want them truly to know this is life. Most of them may never get hair. We coach them on, what about the boyfriend that doesn't like you because you don't have hair? Well, we know we get rid of those kind of boyfriends real quick. We talk to them about self-esteem issues. We coach them on self-esteem, spiritual issues. We really try to make it a community within a nonprofit organization, so that they have someplace to go to. Just like, talking to parents, and you and I had a conversation before the program, parents, where do they turn to say, what's it like to be a parent that is a child that has no hair? I don't know what to do for prom. I don't know what to do for these issues. We are actually down below. We'll actually leave a link for an interview I did on our Hair Loss Solutions TV and our Renewing You TV program, that will give the parents that are watching your program now the ability to realize they're not alone. That's most important. And number two, she gives some incredible advice on don't over pamper them. Don't feel sorry for them. They don't need that. Build them up, make them strong, be them women or men that they're meant to be, and they'll be more than you can ever imagine. And I can tell you stories ongoing about our kids that have grown up to be impacts in the community that they live in.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already making an impact, right? So what would you want to say to other kids that are going through alopecia right now, girls? Tell me, okay, you know what I want to know also? Okay, so I'm going to let you answer and then I ask you another question.
What do you think? What would you tell an alopecia patient right now?
It's fine, and the wig feels very natural when it's on.
It does. How about this question? What are the benefits of alopecia? I know we did a lot of interviewing.
I love that.
Do you remember that? Any benefits that you have for having alopecia?
So definitely the benefits are like, well, it's been kind of silly, but like not needing to shave.
That's the big one. Always comes up.
Yes. The one that like I love just to like brag about with my friends or even just like my sister. But like also just like it's kind of a tough question.
Good answer, though. That's a good answer. The shave is a good answer.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
No, that's perfect. Do you guys remember the day that you got your first wig?
Do you remember the
What
first
was it
day?
like?
So I came in, and my mom said that monkeys ate my hair.
This is the truth.
Yeah.
Because her mom didn't know what to tell her, and she was
Yeah.
going to go through alopecia areata.
Yeah, I was 5 years old then, so
You believed it. You remember your first day? Yeah.
So, when I was first losing hair, I was 9 years old. So when I came, I was super shy, and I was just a little third grader who just did not want to be here. I just wanted to be with my friends, and I just was the little girl who was like, why is this happening to me? And why am I the one why am I the one who's losing hair? So I came in and I was super shy. I did not want to be here. But then when I got my wig, I felt amazing again. I felt my self-esteem felt amazing again. I felt beautiful. Like it just felt great.
And that's why we do what we do. You just heard it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, so, okay, how long can I stay in the program, right? So, like, once you're in, how long can they continue to get their wigs?
They can continue each year until they get to 18 years old.
Okay.
And after
So there is no limit, even if they start at 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have many that have. It's amazing because, you know, they come back after college. They come back. I've been in their weddings. I've been at the birth of their children. 35 years. It's a long time, and it's pretty amazing because if you look at these two, and if I could roll back a video B-roll to show you what the two of them were like when they first came in, and the energy they have now, and the sparkle they have now, even in front of a camera. They still have it, you know, just to get in front of a camera, you know this, to have that self-esteem, you just don't do that coming out of the box, even with hair. And so them going through what they've gone through, I'm so proud of them because it's more than hair. I've always said that hair is not attached only to the follicle. It's attached to the heart, the self-esteem, the femininity, the masculinity. It has so much more than just the vanity of beauty or cosmetic. It's a part of it, but if the inner beauty's not there, and when we turn them around and we see that smile, Valerie, each and every time, or any of our affiliates tell us the same story, every time they turn them around the mirror with a new hairpiece on, it's amazing because that smile explodes in the camera. They feel back to themselves. They feel that self-esteem rise up inside of them, almost like, an effervescence. And that's, what can you do better than make a kid feel good about themselves? I don't
No,
know of any other way.
absolutely. Yeah, and so I was going to ask you, how can I contribute? Or how can anybody contribute? How can we donate? How can we help you? How can we contribute?
Two major ways. Number one, our wigs are truly made with the ponytails that we receive from all over the world, literally. That's why people don't, they ask, why do we, minimum is 12 inches, but because the girls want 14 inches of hair, like Valerie and like Emily, and of course, like Bridget, that means that we need not only 14 inches because it has to have a return tie when we hand tie them. So we need 14, 16, 18, 20 inches of hair. So we're challenging everybody that's donated us hair to grow it a little longer. And we're actually doing classes online on how to help make a healthier hair grow and how to make it take care of it while it's growing. And of course, there's always the necessity because the hair only picks up maybe 35% of the entire cost of the hair system. It's $1,800 to the organization, or even now more with the increase of cost of doing business now in regards to providing those wigs. So financial donations are really amazing. But I got to tell you a story that really blessed me, if I may tell you about a young man. His father was in my youth group that I trained and taught and inspired and, got them through their tough times of, high school and that. And he grew up, raised his son, and his son was a gamer, a big time gamer. But he absolutely became on YouTube a leading 300,000 subscribed YouTuber. And he's making a major fortune now with advertising and everything else. And he's only 11th grade is what? Junior. So junior, 16 years old. And he comes in, he says, Mr. Paul, I want to donate this. This was Laura Hody, my niece's cousin. And it was her brother's son. And he comes in with this check for $600 and donated it to Wigs for Kids. And he says to me, Mr. Paul, that's not going to stop there. So and we've had lemonade stands. We've had corporations donate tens of thousands of dollars because it takes that, because we do over 500 children this year alone. And with the increase of children because of alopecia, we have to repeat their years more than a cancer patient. That increases every year as well. So donations are always important. The relationship of ponytails and longer are just absolutely there. And just to go on our webpage and, see the other things that have the opportunity to donate and to provide that hair.
So I can donate through the website?
Right through the direct, yep, all there, one-stop shopping.
Okay, awesome. And are you serving children just in the United States or all over the world?
Right now, we do all of United States and Canada because of the ability to get our hair pieces. And we've done a couple. We just sent one right to South Africa just recently. We sent another one to Dubai. We have done that for the military. Some of the military children, fathers that are in the service for us, or moms are in the service for us. But the reality is the amount of cost to get the hair there, the loops that we've got to go through has made it very, very difficult for us to be able to manage that outside of the United States and Canada. So, North America is our site right now. And as more ponytails come in and more dollars come in, maybe we'll come out there. But also your salons that are watching, and I hope there's a lot of them, we would love to have them become certified, and they take a certification class free. Costs them nothing, just like the wigs, it costs them nothing. And for the people who harvest the ponytails, because it's very important. It's not just pull it back and cut it off. There's a whole step-by-step procedure to make sure that the hair is usable. It can't be colored, because you can't do a wig with colored hair because of the process it goes through. It really is a way of cutting it from the head so that you leave it with a nice head of hair, but you also are getting the maximum amount of harvest of hair. So there's two certifications for the salons. One is the ambassador, which is their ability to harvest the hair, the ponytails, and number two is the affiliate, who gets trained and certified, and continual training is done for them in building their awareness in the community that they're giving back, just like us at Wigs for Kids.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. I love you, ladies. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
I agree. She's got good taste.
I mean, look at you, your hair. It's just, I love it. Do you love your hair? How much do you love your hair? Tell me.
A whole lot.
Yeah, me too. We're there. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being with us today and sharing with all the children. Please keep sharing. I know you ladies are already, you're in the news, you're in BuzzFeed. So thank you for spreading the word because this is so important, especially for children out there that are going through the same thing that you're going through.
Thank you.
They're champions. They're really champions.
Thank you, Jeffrey, for having this amazing cause. I truly appreciate everything you do.
Valerie, we appreciate you getting the word out. And again, like I said, we just made you a partner with us in the relationship of helping the message get to all of the men, women, and children that need to know how to overcome medical hair loss.
Amen. Amen. Bye.